Jamaica is a country that punches far above its weight, a small island with an outsized impact on the world. From its music to its culture, sports and cuisine, Jamaica has touched almost every corner of the globe. Did you know that reggae music, born in the streets of Kingston, was recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity? That's just one example of how this little island with fewer than 3 million people has achieved what countries many times its size only dream of. But how does Jamaica take this global influence and transform it into becoming a true powerhouse on the world stage? Keep watching, because the answer to that question may surprise you. If you've ever hummed along to a Bob Marley tune, cheered for Usain Bolt as he shattered another world record, or savoured a perfectly grilled plate of jerk chicken, then you already know the magic of Jamaica. Reggae and dancehall music, both deeply rooted in Jamaican culture, have influenced countless global artists across multiple genres. From Rihanna to Drake, you can hear Jamaican rhythms and styles resonating in today's top hits. But it's not just music. When you think of Olympic greatness, names like Shelly Ann Fraser-Price and Elaine Thompson-Herah come to mind. Jamaica's dominance in track and field is nothing short of legendary. For such a small nation to consistently dominate a global sport speaks volumes about its potential. And let's not forget about the food. Jamaican cuisine, from spicy jerk chicken to the sweet warmth of Jamaican rum, has found its way onto menus in every corner of the planet. Now, imagine this cultural powerhouse channeling that same energy into other areas. What if Jamaica used its global recognition as a springboard for something bigger? That's exactly the kind of thinking that has led the nation to set its sights on becoming a logistics and trade hub for the world. Don't click away just yet, because this is where things get really interesting. Jamaica's strategic location in the Caribbean is a major reason why global logistics experts are paying attention. Situated perfectly between North America, Central America and South America, Jamaica is right in the middle of some of the busiest trade routes in the world. Add to that Kingston Harbour, one of the largest natural harbours globally, and you start to see why experts believe Jamaica could become a critical player in international trade. Plans are already in motion to transform Jamaica into a logistics hub that rivals places like Singapore. With the right investments and partnerships, this island nation could soon handle a significant portion of the world's trade. But that's just the beginning. Now let's talk about Singapore and Switzerland, two small nations with massive global influence. Singapore, a city-state with a population slightly larger than Jamaica's, transformed itself into one of the wealthiest nations in the world through strategic planning, investments in technology, and positioning itself as a global trade hub. Switzerland, nestled in the heart of Europe, leveraged its small size to become a financial powerhouse and a global leader in innovation. These countries prove that size isn't everything, it's about how you use what you have. And Jamaica has been taking notes. In 2019, Jamaica's stock exchange was the best performing in the world, outpacing even major global markets. That's no small feat. It's a testament to the country's potential when sound economic policies meet the entrepreneurial spirit of its people. Speaking of sound policies, Jamaica has a success story that deserves more attention. Not long ago, Jamaica was grappling with crippling debt and an over-reliance on assistance from the International Monetary Fund. But through tough reforms and strong leadership, the country not only paid down its debts, but also emerged as the IMF's poster child for economic recovery. And here's the kicker. Jamaica's former finance minister, Nigel Clark, now works with the IMF, showcasing how the country has flipped its narrative on the global stage. So, could Jamaica follow in the footsteps of nations like Singapore? It's certainly not impossible, but that's just one piece of the puzzle. Keep watching, because we're about to explore how Jamaica's booming real estate market and tourism sector are reshaping the country's economic future. One area where Jamaica is already making waves is in real estate. Over the past few years, the island has seen a surge in interest from expats, remote workers and investors looking to call Jamaica home. With its breathtaking beaches, vibrant culture and warm climate, it's not hard to see why. Developments are popping up across the island, catering to everyone from luxury buyers to digital nomads. This isn't just about selling homes, it's about creating an ecosystem that attracts talent and investment from around the world. And then there's tourism. Jamaica has long been one of the Caribbean's most popular destinations, drawing millions of visitors annually. From the iconic Dunn's River Falls to the Blue Mountains and the bustling streets of Kingston, the island offers something for everyone. Tourism is a cornerstone of Jamaica's economy, and with the rise of travel influencers and destination weddings, the island's popularity is only growing. But here's the thing, Jamaica isn't stopping there. The government is actively working to diversify its tourism offerings, moving beyond all-inclusive resorts to attract eco-tourists, adventure seekers and cultural enthusiasts. But as exciting as all that sounds, the real game changer could be what lies beneath Jamaica's soil. In 2025, the country plans to begin piston core sampling, a process that could reveal valuable natural resources like oil or minerals. If Jamaica strikes oil, it could catapult the nation to new heights economically. However, it's not without risks. The oil curse, where resource wealth leads to corruption and economic instability, is a real threat. Countries like Venezuela have faced these challenges, and Jamaica would need to tread carefully to avoid similar pitfalls. We've covered a lot so far, but trust me, there's still so much more to unpack about Jamaica's incredible potential. Before we dive into the final stretch, remember to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means everything to us, and it helps us continue to create content like this. Now back to Jamaica. What makes all these developments even more impressive is the resilience of its people. Despite its challenges, Jamaica has consistently found ways to innovate and excel. The question isn't whether Jamaica can become a global power, it's how far this small but mighty nation can go with the resources it has. As Jamaicans like to say, we little but we talawa. Imagine a future where Jamaica isn't just known for its music, food or sports, but also for its role in shaping global trade, finance and innovation. It's an exciting thought, and while the path won't be easy, one thing is clear. Jamaica has the heart, the talent and the ambition to make its mark. If you've made it this far, keep watching. You won't want to miss what's coming up. We're going to discuss corruption in Jamaica and if the country meets all the requirements to become a global superpower. Also, don't forget to like this video. It's not just about size or location. It's a combination of military strength, population, economic power, geopolitical influence, and technological innovation. When we think of countries like the United States, China, or even the European Union, they dominate these areas. The United States, for instance, has the most powerful military in the world, with a defense budget of over $800 billion annually. China, with its population of over 1.4 billion people, has not only become the world's factory, but also a leader in technological innovation. The European Union, while not a single country, wields immense geopolitical and economic power through its collective market and diplomacy. These nations have mastered the art of leveraging their resources and positioning themselves as indispensable in global politics and commerce. But Jamaica's story is different. While it doesn't have the massive population, vast military or economic scale of these powerhouses, it has a unique set of strengths. Jamaica's cultural influence is undeniable, making it a global soft power in its own right. From reggae music to the global popularity of Jamaican athletes, the country has built a brand that far exceeds its geographic size. Beyond that, Jamaica's strategic location in the Caribbean positions it as a critical hub for trade and logistics. Its booming tourism industry and potential for resource development give it a platform to dream big, but there's no denying the challenges that stand in its way. The challenges Jamaica faces is its military capacity, or lack thereof. A strong military is a cornerstone of global superpower status, as it allows countries to exert influence, protect their interests, and participate in global security. While its defense force is highly respected for its work in disaster response and regional security, it doesn't have the size, budget, or capabilities to project power internationally. This isn't a criticism, it's just a reality for a nation of Jamaica's size and economic standing. Then there's the issue of population. Countries like the United States, China and India have massive populations that fuel their economies and provide a large workforce. Jamaica, with a population of less than 3 million, doesn't have this advantage. A smaller population means a smaller domestic market, fewer human resources for innovation and less influence on global demographics. While Jamaica's people are known for their talent and resilience, the numbers simply don't add up when compared to superpowers. Still, the country's population is one of its greatest assets in terms of cultural influence, proof that numbers aren't everything, but they do matter. Economically, Jamaica has made impressive strides, but the scale of its economy doesn't come close to the likes of China or the European Union. Jamaica's GDP, while growing, is still a fraction of the global powers. The country's dependence on industries like tourism makes it vulnerable to global disruptions, as we saw during the COVID-19 pandemic. Diversifying the economy is critical, but even with progress in areas like logistics and resource development, Jamaica's economic scale will always be a limiting factor. But hold on, because we're just scratching the surface.